Today on the show, we wanted to figure out what is DIY superhero. We want to create our own league of superheroes. We want to create our own group of heroes to help fight the day for you, the viewers. So we picked some of our friends, and some of our panel here as well has picked out some costumes. And the three of us here, with your old game, we're going to pick the name, the origin, and the superpower. So we'll go down the line, each one of us. For the first time, I'll pick the name. Josh will get you with the superpower. And Alexander, you'll do the origin story, and then we'll rotate from there. So, looks like we have our first contestant up. So if we cut cameras, we can take a peek. We can take a peek. Our own Bailey. Bailey, this is your outfit. I love this. So give us some superhero stances. Like, what would your superhero? There you go. Okay. So I'm gonna come up with the name. Fingers. Just Fingers. That's the name. That's the superhero name. It's Just Fingers.
Just Fingers.
Just
Fingers.
Literally, the word "just" is also in the name. So Just Fingers is for me. So Josh,
like a Tribe Called Quest. You say the whole thing.
Yeah. So Just Fingers. What's the superpower for Just Fingers?
Okay, Just Fingers is a shortened version of her name, Justice Fingers.
Solid.
And her fingers can be like extended and used as sort of scales of justice. She can, if she points at any two people or any situation, she can inherently weigh the value and
Pros
virtue
and cons.
thereof.
Wow, I
Sure,
like
sure.
that. Sort of a more metaphorical power.
Like Oracle.
Like the Oracle, yeah. You weigh the balance, control chaos in a way.
Sure.
So Alexander, origin story. How did Justice Fingers become Just Fingers?
Well, sure. I mean, clearly looking at her, her mother was a princess of hell.
Okay.
And her father was the Tom Cruise character Jack Reacher.
Fun fact, that's actually my real origin story.
Oh,
she's out to defy her mom and free her dad.
Okay, all right, there you go. I love it. So let's hear it for Just Fingers. Just Fingers, we love it. You can find Just Fingers fingering things.
Can we get another take on that?
Fingering everything.
I'm sorry, Bailey.
That's okay, I finger a lot of things.
I'd like to take this moment to thank my mom for watching.
Yeah. All right, now let's Just Fingers. Why don't you bring up the next superhero? Let's see what our next superhero is on the studio. That was great. That was great. Oh, look, if it isn't, it's Carbia. This is his character. So, Kabuki, we got so now we're going to go down the line.
Yeah.
Josh, you get the name now.
Okay, I need a little help with this. I'm stalling. Throw some words out here. Just words.
Clown.
Patriots.
Flag.
I'm gonna
Face,
go
smile,
with
teeth.
Game Gear.
I'm gonna go with
Americlown.
Americlown.
I like Americlown.
Thinking Kabuki Game Freak, but whatever.
Kabuki Game Freak. We could go with that as well. But
How about a colon?
yeah.
So okay, here's what I'm gonna do.
You got it, Josh. We got
Here's
it,
what I'm
Josh.
gonna
We
do.
got it.
I'm gonna do the Stan Lee move.
Okay.
Sure.
Which I don't mean this disrespectful. This is a joke.
No,
This
let's
is a
hear it.
joke.
Let's hear it.
I'm
We
gonna
were
take
smoking
your,
weed
I'm
together
gonna take your ideas, combine them, and claim it as my own.
Okay.
It's
So we're smoking to
Americlown.
join on DIY.
It's Americlown, colon, the, what do we say, Kabuki Freak?
No, Kabuki Gamer?
Game Freak.
Kabuki Game Freak.
Americlown, colon, the Kabuki Game Freak.
All right, that's the name
And
we
there's
have.
two other colons and stuff after that for the series.
Yeah, we'll write that in on the page. Now, Alexander, what's the superpower?
Well, we got some super nationalism up around the back, displaying with the terrifying face of authoritarianism and baffling his foes with his Game Freak Kabuki skills.
So what's his power?
I think I've explained it pretty well.
Okay. All right, and the origin story is that an American flag got electrocuted by a Game Boy, and then this was formed. That's what I got for an origin story. How's that? That work for you?
Yeah.
All right, so let's hear it. Let's hear it, everybody. So we got our next hero coming up now, nice and smooth. Smooth transitions here on DIY the show, especially if I point him out. So now we have on the stage, there he is.
This took me half a second.
So Alexander, I think it's your turn to come up with the name.
Donny Dark Knight.
Oh! Bow, bow, bow. Mic drop. Donny Dark Knight. I love it. So, all right, I get to know the name of the
Mad
superpower.
World bitches.
Mad World bitches. Oh. So, this is the superpower. All right. So the superpower is that you have the ability to be a very obscure cult hero and like allowing people to act like they have really good movie taste,
How
even though
about-
they've only seen it once.
How about the ability to kill myself kill myself off at an earlier date and make everyone else's lives better.
That's a pretty good superpower.
That's
I
pretty
gotta
good
admit.
superpower too. I mean, but that's
Wish I'd
literally...
had that one a couple times.
Yeah. That's not the game. We get to name it.
Shut
All right,
up.
Josh, let's hear about Donny
Look at the
Dark
cake.
Knight's origin story
You're
right
distracted.
All right, origin. I'm gonna go straight out of like late '80s, black and white indie comics.
now. Okay.
Anti-origin. There's no origin. He just sort of. It's one of those Ninja Turtles, Frank Miller knockoffs where he just decides one day I'm gonna be Donny Dark Knight.
Nice.
And
I
he
was
just does it.
walking along the
Listen,
street,
Oscar, we
and
get to
some
name the
mutants poured
things.
on me,
Get
and I
this
just
hero
became
outta
like
here. Get him out
so
of here.
cool.
Next one up. Get out. I'm done with Donny Dark Knight. I don't like
I'm
this
really
guy.
excited for the first
Now-
comic to be bought exclusively
Wow,
by 15-year-olds.
this one from Jackals. We have an amazing outfit right now. So now it's back to me. I have to come up with a name. I'm gonna go with Colonel Sanders. I think that's the name I'm going with. Buff Colonel. No. Space Colonel Sanders. Space Colonel Sanders. That's my name for the hero. Now you get to come up with the superpower, Josh. Let's
All right,
say superpower.
I'm gonna step on the origin a little bit because
Okay.
the power is tied into the origin.
Makes my job easier. I love it.
So, a lot of times when you see a spacesuit, you know that it's pressurized inside. Well, you know, Colonel Sanders was famous for pressure cooking fried chicken.
Very true.
That is Colonel Space Sanders' spacesuit. It is filled with super pressurized cooking oil that he is able to survive and has no offensive or defensive capabilities.
Just full of oil.
It's just a full-on like early Marvel origin where the power is just a screw.
Yeah.
It doesn't do anything beneficial.
That's awesome. I love it.
Which is why, for my part of the origin, you've been so compressed by this hyper-pressurized cooking oil, you've been shrunk into just your helmet. Now you gotta walk around on this buff guy's body to live.
So the Colonel is only the head.
It's an upwardly mobile Krang.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. So let's
it's a
hear.
metaphor.
Let's hear it for Space Colonel Sanders, everybody. Space Colonel Sanders. Do we have any more heroes on deck? Is there any more coming up? You should decide now before it gets too long.
It took me a minute. I apologize, my friend.
So we have a voice and
I am
everything.
here to show you.
Yeah, give me a few
I'm here.
seconds of this
Just
hero.
a few of these things.
Okay.
You know, you must know
I
this.
love it.
You
I love
must
it.
know this.
All right, so Josh,
Is
you get
the
to come
shirt
up with the
part of
name.
it?
Of course.
Okay, good.
I am notorious BLT. You see this? Yes.
I see it.
Josh, what do we got for a name?
It's leaning a
my
little
sponsor,
villainous in my
sidekick.
mind, and
Okay.
I'm going with Comrade Clown.
Comrade Clown. That's the villain. We got it. We got it.
It's
Now,
the hair, isn't it?
how do you feel about a Comrade Clown? That's your name.
I knew this.
You knew this. So, Alexander, what do we got for a superpower?
All right, well, Comrade Clown has clearly come to this nation to take it over with no sense of capitalism in any way, right?
Never.
I'm getting that from the accent.
Capitalism? No, capitalism.
So I'm
It
seeing.
look all wonderful with its nice flowers and fireworks and all these lovely things.
No,
but no,
I
this
love
is
it.
not how we do
So,
it.
guessing from this ensemble, I'm
Yeah.
guessing killer thrift shop skills.
Ooh.
Oh, so it's able
can-
to find the best deals at a thrift shop.
And the best outfit, and can weaponize anything within.
Wow, you could literally turn every
Look out,
hipster
everybody in
to
studio.
like melt them. They would love that. So I'm gonna pick the origin story, and for me, I'm gonna say you're an incel, right?
Wow.
Oh,
That's
how
it.
did you pick
That's
this
it.
so quickly?
Just an
This
incel.
is so fast.
This has turned into a public roast.
I'm sorry. I'm not saying. No, a Russian incel. Is that better?
No, leave it there.
No.
A sleeper incel.
Just an incel.
Yeah.
Just an incel.
Just an incel.
An incel
Insensitive.
with a sense of humor. I'm sorry, Comrade Clown. Comrade Clown.
You're my first target. I see you
That's
after.
fine.
I see you outside.
I love that we've legitimately hurt some feelings today.
All right, this bit's going long. We got anybody else coming up? Oh, looks like we got some more. We got two more. This is second to last.
Are they a team? Are they partners?
Oh, maybe they're partners. A super duo?
Of course.
All right, so.
I'm so ready for both of these names.
All right, so Josh gets the name. So I'm saying the person in red right here is the hero, and then the sidekick is in gray. Let's say that, okay?
Oh, sure.
So Alexander, superhero names right now. Let's hear it.
Okay, the Big Aubergine and Lil Honker.
Lil Honker. I like it. I like the names. So I get to pick the superpower. So obviously, I'm gonna go straight up obvious for you, sir. You're just gonna shoot eggplants out of your hands. Just eggplants, like Storm. She's like, the power of eggplants, and then eggplants come raining down in various forms.
Hold on.
Various forms.
I have a question
so
about this.
Parmesan, it will come, fried. Whatever way your eggplants are served, you can provide that.
Based on my mood.
Yeah, based on your mood, how cheesy you're feeling. And now Lil Honker's superpower is that you can make anyone sad. Just anybody in the world, you can make them sad.
That's not bad.
It's not a bad superpower.
It's better than the eggplant thing. Why is he the sidekick?
This is why I need him. He's
Yeah,
got
he
the
needs
better
it.
power.
Eggplants make me too happy. Now, Josh, let's hear this origin story.
All right. I had an origin in mind, and then you threw me a curveball, but I'm sticking with it.
All right.
And the deal is they are characters in a free giveaway, like PSA kind of comic book.
Yeah.
About double entendres.
No, I like it.
And they sort of help people. They help people understand
Yeah.
the different ways in which you can apply and roll out double entendres.
That's an
And so it's
important
set in
thing.
sort of a community where there's sad kids who are like doing all kinds, like they've got all kinds of like balls and
Yeah.
dongs and wieners and stuff, but they don't realize all the funny double entendres they could make.
Okay, all right.
Until
It's a noble cause.
It's a noble cause.
Aubergine and Honker show up and they're like, you could
Lil Honker.
Lil
The
Honker,
big aubergine.
the big aubergine, and there's also a villain, but
Yeah.
that's.
Yeah, we'll talk. The next episode, we're gonna do villains.
hope so.
Do we have any more characters? I feel like. Thank you, Aubergine, Lil Honks. Love you guys. Have a good one. Go make some people sad. Don't fall off the stage. Don't fall. Oh, we got one last. This is two more. We got two more. This bit's going real long. So let's see. Okay, so this is the next one. Where were we even at?
I did the names.
You did the names, so I'm back at the names. Okay, so we have. Oh man, we got. This is
with your
gonna.
heart. Go
I
with
have
your
a
heart.
lot of feelings about this one. I feel like this is gonna be the thin blue line. That's this hero, the thin blue line right here, able to both protect us, the people's champ. So yeah, the thin blue line. That's the name I have. So Josh, you have a power.
Yeah, he's indestructible.
Indestructible, simple, easy.
In all ways. He's emotionally indestructible. He's personally indestructible.
Wow.
All his online accounts are unhackable.
Wow.
He's utterly, completely indestructible.
I
To the point
like
where he
it.
doesn't even get hungry.
Wow. So just basically just omnipotent in a lot of ways.
When he eats food, he poops it out. It's just chewed food. He doesn't even digest it.
Just like a skeleton. If a skeleton were to eat, it would
Right.
just fall
Just
right.
utterly indestructible.
All right, I like it. So the thin blue line, Alexander. What's the origin story of this indestructible thin blue line?
Born of the dreams of a right-winger on Twitter,
Solid.
with everything they could possibly want, even black so they can pretend they're not racist.
There you go. So it's like weird science in a way, where they sort of upload everything they want and print it out.
You're Meghan McCain's Kelly Marie Brock.
Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Well, that got very intense. But hey, that's what we do here. Make it superhero. So thin blue line. Thank you so much for coming up. Keep it. We won't try to hack your accounts. And I guess this is the next hero we have. This is very simple. This is a very simple hero. Just to. That's someone else's. That is not ours.
Destroyer of skulls!
So, Josh, you're with the name this time. I think we've got enough to go off.
I mean, it's got to be Skullbuster.
Skullbuster, Josh. I love that. Now, what is Skullbuster's superpower?
The worse he hurts himself and his items, the worse he hurts you.
So it's almost like a kinetic reflection from himself onwards. So sort of like, I'm rubber, you're glue, whatever you hit
Whatever
me
I
with
do to me comes back to you.
comes back to you. That's your tagline.
Yeah.
So now the origin story, I can't, with the way you're moving, your face is great. So Skullbuster's origin is that he was really, he worked behind the scenes on a TV show for a long time, hence the headset. And one day he got sick of it. He just couldn't take it anymore. And so he was getting a bunch of, like, he fucked up, he cut the wrong camera angle, and then the director started yelling at him very angrily. And so he finally broke free and just started stomping skulls repeatedly and breaking them. Yeah, please don't break that skull anymore. We don't, it's, again, I'm sorry to whoever skull that is, because we share this studio. I apologize. I will send you Venmo Bitcoins so you can pay for it. So Skullbuster, I appreciate it, Skullbuster. We love you. Let's hear for Skullbuster, everybody. Oh, jeez, I thought we were done. No, let's wrap this story.
I
Okay,
hear
all
so
right.
much praise upon all these other heroes who just waltz up in different costumes. What's to separate them from me?
I actually really think that comic mythology owes a ton to Greek mythology.
Oh my God!
I
Don't
really
feel
that
Alexander,
way.
please don't ruin
Yes!
No, I don't think he's good. I just think it's like looking at a trilobite and being like, humans eventually exist.
Fair. Okay, so you are basically like the missing link, or like a monkey fish frog for humans, for superheroes.
You're
That's not
welcome.
what I came up here to hear.
Well, so Green Zeus, all right, we're gonna start this. We'll go this fresh. You want to go through this? You really want to put yourself through this bit?
Of
Green
course.
Zeus, you think you can handle this?
Let's do it.
You think you're
I am ready.
You've been a little bit of a snowflake this episode.
Snowflake, you're the one who's melting.
Yeah, I guess so. So I'll come up with the name. I will go with False Idol. That's my superhero name. That's what I'm gonna go with. Josh, what's a superpower?
I gotta step on the origin a little bit again because the
Go for
origin's
it.
tied into the power.
Let's do it.
False Idol is an ironic name he took on as a way to force himself to learn humility,
No.
I like this mortal.
to win back his supporters, and he's powered by, like all of us, validation.
Yes.
It's probably the most accurate thing you've said about Green Zeus.
Yeah.
Oh, and his power is just to be super powerful. It's like a 90s Marvel power where he
Okay,
just goes,
just
"Ugh," and then shit happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just keep yelling, behold.
The harder he grits his teeth and squints his eyes, the more stuff happens.
So, Alexander, now where did False God come from? What's his origin story?
Oh, I mean, I think we gotta stick pretty close to the original Zeus. He's the only of his siblings who wasn't eaten by his father.
Okay.
He rose against his father to cut off his winky,
Yep.
threw it in the sea, and
Yep.
goes through life knowing that someday his son will in turn cut off his winky and throw it into the sea.
That explains a lot about you, Green Zeus.
What? No, that's not what's happening. I'm not scared of anybody.
Green Zeus continually makes it very clear that he wears a chastity belt to me
No,
at
no,
all
no.
times.
I can't believe, by the way, that I finally got to talk about penises on TV and I didn't call it a hog like I always wanted to.
Oh, you can call it a hog. We call them
Can we get
hogs,
take two?
honkers. Let's
So
think
someday your son's gonna cut off your hog, bud.
Yes. All right, now let's just think of different names for penises. Let's just do that until this episode's over, guys. Let's just think of different ways to say penis.
Aubergine.
Aubergine, there we go. Big ups to Oscar in the back.
Octagon.
The
Well,
final clunk.
so Green Zeus, how do you feel about the end of that? Do you feel like any better of a superhero?
I feel small bits of validation.
Okay, do we need more? Green Zeus, you're beautiful. You're powerful.
Validate.
You have great hair.
Yes!
You have an
Validate.
amazing beard. You're beauty. You're just
You're on TV right now.
fit. You eat great. You have a great work-life balance. You're just really doing a great job all the time.
We're better for
Behold.
knowing you.
I will do one more to help the mortals.